Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to look over Workhorse. They just reported earnings. I'm going to bring up a couple clips for you, and this is specifically going to revolve around their Workhorse vehicles and their drones. And there is a whole lot more to the call, and I'll leave it down below for you. It's about an hour long, but I highly recommend you listen to it if you're invested in Workhorse or if you're interested in investing in Workhorse. Now let's not waste any more time. First off, let's look over some highlights.
We ramped up production of the W4CC vehicles. We completed the initial builds of the pilot builds of the W750 step van. We successfully unveiled the W56 vehicle at multiple industry events, which was well received by prospective customers. While behind after Q1, we feel we are on track for our full year W4CC and W750 delivery targets and look forward to beginning production of the W56 in the third quarter. We also assembled and shipped 18 Tropos vehicles as part of our 3-year contract with that company, and are continuing to ramp up shipments of these unique vehicles in the coming months. We also make significant strides in our aerospace business and saw continued strong interest in both our Horsefly and Falcon drones. We performed a large number of flight demonstrations with prospective government and commercial customers during the first quarter. We are ready to ramp production in the factory and have the parts on hand to build initial orders. The Air Force's North Spark Defense Laboratory, based at Grand Forks Air Force Base in North Dakota, is working to finalize its purchase of one of our Falcon drones and our suite of supporting systems. Qualifying to sell to the United States Air Force is no small thing. Additionally, we completed facility improvements at our drone engineering, technical design, and production facility in Mason, Ohio, and we are on track to install the end-of-the-line dynamometer, assembly, and paint lines at Union City ahead of the W56 launch in Q3.
Alright, so there's some general information on what's going on lately, some key highlights. Next up, let's go into the actual trucks, and then we'll follow up by the drones in more detail.
Starting with our Class 4 offerings, the W4CC and the W750. After receiving the green power chassis units at the end of December 2022, Workhorse worked hard to modify and upgrade these base units to fully meet Workhorse quality standards in Q1. These upgrades took longer than expected to work through, as we experienced delivery issues on a few key components, tied primarily to tooling and production ramp-up of a handful of parts, specifically related to light bezels, cab heaters, back panel covers, and liners. As a result of these specific parts issues, we were only able to deliver 10 trucks during the first quarter. However, we expeditiously resolved these issues, and the company is currently shipping an additional 40 W4CC trucks to fulfill a fully executed purchase order. With the chassis delivery and W4CC supplier issues now behind us, we remain on track to meet our full year 2023 W4CC delivery targets for the year. As mentioned earlier, the initial W750 pilot builds are complete. We are working through a handful of design and supplier tooling changes on this vehicle, but initial production remains on track to start in the second quarter. The W56, which is the first new Workhorse fully designed and purpose-built chassis platform, it remains on track to start production in Q3 23. Importantly, this quarter we successfully unveiled the new step van vehicle at the NTA Work Truck Show in Indianapolis and had a fully subscribed ride and drive chat session at the ACT Expo in Anaheim, California last week, both of which garnered significant positive feedback from prospective customers. Moving on to the WNext vehicle. This is our longer-term project. We plan to combine our previous Class 3 and Class 4 vehicle experience to develop a next-generation vehicle with an improved ride and handling, efficient lightweight systems, and advanced safety technology. We will focus on prototype design, test, and build in 23 and 24, and we expect to begin production of the WNext in 2025.
Now, before we get to the drones, I did want to bring up how they're going to actually get these vehicles out there. They are going to have an established dealer network, and let's take a look at it.
As you can see on the slide, we have already identified and begun or have completed the onboarding of dealers in the light blue shaded states. This process includes prospective dealers visiting the Union City plant, meeting with and being trained by our field service and warranty teams. Feedback from these dealer day events has been universally positive. As part of the dealer agreement process, the dealers sign up for initial stocking orders on W4CC and W750s. We plan to onboard 8 to 10 new dealers in 2023, many with multiple locations across 22 states. Several states require us to have manufacturing licenses in order to sell vehicles, and each state's application process is different, and some are quite cumbersome. As of today, we now have 13 of the 22 manufacturing licenses required to sell vehicles in our targeted states.
So as you can see from that last clip, they are adding more dealers to the network, and we will see more availability of these Workhorse trucks in more and more states as they continue to ramp up this dealer network. Now let's kick off this drone clip, and then I have a couple parts from the Q&A.
Moving on to our aerospace business on slide 14, which had a very busy start to the year. We advanced the development and testing of our drones to target two compelling growing markets: package delivery and agricultural and infrastructure data acquisition and data use. We conducted demonstrations of simultaneous package deliveries by multiple Horsefly aircraft to two prospective last-mile delivery clients and a potential industry partner. In addition, we successfully completed demonstrations of both the Horsefly and the Falcon drones for the U.S. military, multiple branches. As a reminder, our Horsefly platform is an all-electric, multi-purpose, uncrewed aerial system designed to tackle a variety of commercial applications. It uses a winch delivery system to provide safe, reliable, and precise last-mile delivery in various conditions and carry up to 10 pounds for 10 miles with a 45-minute flight time. Our other drone is our humanitarian aid and logistics operations, or HALO aircraft, which we internally call the Falcon. It has the same airframe, propulsion system, and set of navigational capabilities as the Horsefly, but has a lower gross weight, so it can carry more payload across a longer distance. This drone is designed to be used in austere, difficult terrain conditions. We are about to secure our first purchase order for the Falcon from the U.S. government and are close to landing additional new orders for this tough-duty drone. Our team has another large demo with the U.S. government agencies next week, and we hope to build on our success with the U.S. Air Force. We completed scanning land in Arkansas and Mississippi for the U.S. Department of Agriculture's government second grant in support of underserved farmers and ranchers.
And like I said, guys, there is a lot of information in the Q&A and the overall whole earnings call, and I will leave it down below for you. But next up, let's listen to this part of the Q&A, first off regarding something in the trucks, and then regarding something with drones.
Can you talk a little bit about how much rework you had to do on those vehicles before you got them out, and how the operating software is performing now that you've got them on the road?
Yeah, a couple things. I think when we initially started the process with Green Power, we were talking about putting 14 or 15 parts on the trucks. I think we're now up to 75 and 90 parts on the trucks. There were a couple parts that required us to go out and tool up some suppliers. I think we told you in the last earnings call that we put out a few trucks in December. We got some initial feedback both from the dealer customers and the upfitters that are putting the backs or custom bodies that they wanted a different back panel. That was our biggest challenge in the first quarter. We had to go out, tool up a supplier in North Carolina, design the part, tool it up, get the prototypes, and then we had to change the liners. That was the big issue for us in the first quarter. We got that done towards the end of the quarter, and that's now in production. So.
Okay, perfect. And then with the drone, I'm just trying to get a sense of, how close you guys are to like material revenue for the company. How should we be thinking about that revenue opportunity for you guys, particularly on the agriculture side?
So on the agricultural side, I think we're progressing pretty quickly there and have some good programs in place, and I think we'll continue to see that grow. So I feel like that's on track. On the drone side, obviously, it's a tough market, and bringing it to market has been longer than we had hoped, but I think we have the technological breakthroughs, and now it's about building that market network and distribution so that we can start selling those here in the latter half of the year.
Yeah, I'll add some color too. I think the commercial part, the last mile delivery of packages, is we got to get through with the FAA, and we got to make sure that UPS and FedEx and others really want to use these drones. We bounce back and forth from taking them off the trucks to doing it from ground stations and warehouses. We have some more demos we're going to do here in the second quarter. I think a good decision we made over 18 months ago is, can we go after use the LiDAR systems and camera systems? We're finding a traction with the USDA, which also owns the Forest Department, or Forest Natural Resources. So there's opportunity. There's a lot of land that needs to be scanned. The way they're doing things right now is with horses and four-wheelers, right? And we can scan literally hundreds of acres in just a few hours. And then DOD, we've taken the Falcon out to multiple branches, and we think there's an opportunity there too. So I think we're going to grow faster on the government side than we are on the commercial side, and hopefully we'll get that ramped up faster.
What level of confidence do you have in terms of the ability to work with the dealers with potential customers to sort of push that along and avoid an air pocket between expected delivery of the trucks and when that infrastructure is in place?
That's a good question. The larger dealers we're meeting with have already started putting in their own charging systems at their locations. Several of these dealers run large rental fleets, and so they're looking at some of the areas where they use the W4CC or the step van specifically where they're using that. We've gone out to a couple interesting locations, one in LA, company, I won't mention their name right now, but they put in a large charging station area. They've got multiple EV trucks they've purchased, and they're leasing them to the little fleets in LA right now. And they're going to expand that program to multiple cities across the United States, including New York, Houston, Atlanta, et cetera, and Florida. So some people are out there on the cutting edge, I'll say. On the backside, last week in Indianapolis, we met with a distribution company. He has 800 trucks, and he said, basically, I need help. Can you help me chart the path to EV? I need your kind of trucks, Class 4 and Class 5, 6 step vans specifically. He's got 800 trucks, 100 above in Canada and 700 in the United States at multiple locations. He needs an education on, fast charging, slow charging, how often you charge them, what's the route availability, how does the batteries handle the charging in the cold weather, hot weather. That's exactly what we're learning on Stables Installs. We can give you lots of data now for over a year of how to run an ICE fleet with old trucks, what it costs to repair them, fuel them, staff them, and we're going to soon have that same data for the EVs when we electrify the Stables Installs. So we'll be able to help those fleets that need to make the conversion. I'll also tell you that distribution company is owned by a European company, and he was given a mandate to convert at least 50 of his 800 trucks this year to EV before the end of the year. And that wasn't a choice. He's got to go do it. Now he's got to find the right OEMs, the right charging systems. And we do get a lot of questions about who are the right charging partners. We've done some work with ChargePoint. We've done some work with ABB. We've done some work with Shell. So we have some good information about that.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this and got something useful out of it. If you did, consider hitting the like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and leave a comment below. What do you think about Workhorse? I do think they'll continue to make more progress with their drones and with their trucks as we continue through this year, and it'll be an interesting journey along the way seeing how this company continues to grow. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.